Just make sure that it goes well. Okay. All right. So I'll try to review a little bit on part D, where the point of part D here, part C, is it C or D? Wait a minute. D is to make different shapes, and E is to, E is something else. Okay, so we're gonna focus on part D. If you take a look at this schedule, we do have extra days after 81, so don't worry, if we need a couple days for this, I will shuffle the schedule so that we will have enough time to get this done, so don't panic. Going back to here, so we are going to focus on D, and I'll review a little bit in C. So what happens in C is we are identify something called code block. So each of the block that does certain things. This file is empty, so I would start with this starting code for Python. Sorry, for Turtle. So this is starting code for Turtle. It's probably a little bit too big. All right. Are you able to see at this size? Is that a good size? No, it's not a good size. View, increase shift. Oh, I gotta go shift. Is that better? Is that better? That's good size, yes? And so we want to focus this way. All right, so, so if I were to run this, it's gonna ask me to save name. I think someone tried to name this turtle, and that's gonna break the code, right? I'm gonna say, I don't know, Python D1, D, okay, whatever. All right, so far, I have this turtle package, and I've set the screen. I have named my turtle Bob. I have set the color of the turtle, the stroke, and the background. Its shape looks like a turtle. You can shape differently if you were to look into the function shape. This is what is some of the sample drawing, which I do not need. I noticed that I could go sharp sign and then, or number sign, and type whatever in here. It's grayed out means that they're not code, so I can type whatever after the sharp sign. Now, if I am going to say, for instance, make a color circle, right? With just any color. So say if I don't like that color, I would like the color circle to be of something else. I would go color picker. And maybe pick a certain color. Say I want the circle to be this color, okay? So I can copy the hex, and paste onto there. I just need one sharp sign, there we go. So it's gonna be that color. And then if I want to draw anything, it's important to follow this, right? So I want to make sure that my pen is down, right? And after the drawing, the pen is up. Right? Now, before I draw, I want to say begin fill. Okay, after I draw the shape, I want to say end fill. So far, so good. Then, this is the part where I draw something. Say, I can say bob.circle. It's going to ask me for how big the circle is in terms of radius. So I can say 150 pixels, and I can say 360 if I want to draw the entire circle. I can omit the second parameter if I wanted to. If I only want to go half circle, then I go 180. Okay? And if I go to play, it's gonna draw half a circle. It's pretty big, and then I put in color, right? So here I can adjust a little bit of how big the circle that I want. There you go, half circle. Oh, good. Now, if I want to draw another one of this shape, I don't need to retype every single line. I can just copy paste, correct? I can just do like that. So it's going to make another one. Let's see. So it's going to do half circle and then half a circle. It's going to make entire circle. But I may not want the half circle to be there. So I can move Bob here and there. But before I do that, I can label this half circle. because I already written code for this, I don't have to make any changes in here. If I want more half circles, I will copy this and paste down here, right? That's another half circle. Understand that? So each of this is what I call a code block, a block of code, right? Now, in between first half circle and the second half circle, I can move the turtle around, can I? Right? You see, after I draw this, I already moved the pen up. So I can be free to move the turtle around without leaving a trace. Right? So I can say Bob dot go to say 150. I don't know where that is gonna be, but it's gonna go there. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could do a few things. I can say go to, or I can say rotate, I can say right 10, something like that. So it's gonna rotate to the right another 10. So it's gonna be a little bit off. You know what I mean? So if I were to do rotate 10 and then copy and paste, I can feel free to experiment what happens here. Well, it's doing something, well, not really interesting, but it's doing something, right? So for C, let's see what else do you need. So here you understand, to draw a shape, right? All you have to do is specify color, put the pen down, begin fill, draw whatever shape you want. So I'm gonna try to draw another shape, if not a circle, right? So this is for half a circle. If I want to save this shape aside, I could go single quote, single quote, single quote. Watch out, single quote, single quote, single quote. Now, you see, with the sharp sign, I'm hiding basically one line of code, okay? Everything after it, it's hidden. But if I put 3 single quote, you want to watch out for this, right? You want to be able to know this tool. This is commenting multiple lines. All right, Chris and Vivian, make sure you know how to do this. So this is commenting out multiple lines. So this would not be code anymore. They would be like hidden, right? So if I write some code, but I don't want to really use them, I can do that. It's not going to cause the trouble, right? So here is only making the first half circle. Say if I'm experimenting with whole different shapes, I can just hide everything. There we go. So I know I have code for half circle, correct? If I want code for something else, then just experiment with this. Say, for instance, I want a square, okay? What do I have to do in order to create a square? It's forward, say 100, and then I have to go turn 90, and I have to repeat this 4 times, correct? Yeah? And if I do that, it's going to make a square, hopefully. I think it's called FD.
This is for C.
It's for C. It's for C. I am trying to. Okay, so there you got a square. Then I think in C it also covers user variable, right? So in this case, notice that it's making a square, but it's always going to be that size. I could set a variable here so that I could say rectangle size is 50, and then I can put R size instead of this 100, and therefore that size is going to change to a smaller size, and I can label this as my rectangle. All right. Now, if I have this code block now, I could then say, hey, one more rectangle, and in between I want to move, go to a certain spot. And then this second rectangle is going to be slightly bigger. And it's going to be different color, say for instance, right? It's going to be different color. Why not? Copy. Right. Okay, so we can reuse the code block and use the variable to make changes. So that's code block. So identify the block of code, label them. Okay, I would like to move to D part. Okay, so in D part, there's something else that you need to know, that is the for loop. Okay, so I'll show you the for loop. So again, if you have not started D yet, be sure to pay attention over here. If some of you are looking at your screen, I don't know what's going on. Aaron, you need to, Jason, you're fine with all this already? Lesson D, okay? D. You probably want to tune in for this. All right, so far I have a code block to draw a rectangle, right? That's code block for a rectangle. If I want to draw 12 rectangles, I certainly don't want to copy and paste this 12 times. It's going to be very, very long, right? There's something that allows you to repeat 12 times. But what I'm trying to do here is, let me copy and paste a few times for you, all right? So what I want to do is to rotate, I don't know, 30, okay? So if I want to rotate and make a square, rotate and make a square 4 times, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times. Let's see what happens. It's like making a paddle for me, right? If I were to continue going on, it's going to make a circle of squares. Yet, I don't want to copy and paste this 12 times. Is there a better way? Right. So now I only have 1 copy. So this is the copy of code that I want to repeat. Correct? Now, if each time I turn 30, it's going to take me how many times to turn 360? 360 divided by 30 would be, is it 12 times? Maybe 12 times. Okay, so if it's 12, this is the code how to repeat something 12 times. Are you ready? For x in range bracket 12, colon. That's it, okay? So if you write this for x in 12 in bracket 12, it's going to repeat the following code 12 times. But make sure that the repeating code is tapped in once. So I'm gonna highlight the code to be repeated, hit tab once. Okay, then everything that is being tapped in will repeat 12 times. Right, so it's doing its thing, but let's go look over here. That's the line to saying that repeat the following code 12 times, and whatever that I want to repeat should be tapped in once. Does that make sense? Right, so this is equivalent to copy this code and paste 12 times, except that I'm not ending up with a long code. Okay, now you can do this. There's something more interesting about this. You can say, hey, what about next block and we're gonna be a little bit bigger than the previous block? I can do that. I can say, you know, let's say our size start at 50, but every time I draw one, I want next one to increase by 5. Okay, so I have our size equal to 50, but every time I draw, it's gonna go bigger. In that case, the paddle will have a more interesting shape because each block is bigger and the shape will be more interesting. It's like a staircase that it's growing bigger and bigger. Okay, so there are several things that you can use with this repeating once you see how things should go. So that's the repeat. And you can certainly use that to change either color or position. If you want to draw something that shift to the right, shift to the top, you can certainly you can make a right turn, or you can go to a certain spot where that X position is moving on to the right. So it's same shape but different every time. If you need to reposition your turtle so it's always facing north, you can also do that. It would be like bob.setH 90, so it's always facing north. Certainly do that. But in part D, you are gonna make what it's asking you to do, right? So you're gonna draw different shapes, increasing in size, trees, and whatever. Okay, and part Part E would be a little bit harder, but so make sure you do things in sequence, otherwise it's gonna be near impossible. All right. So yeah, let me know what you need help with, but that's kind of the gist of it.